Say hi, fam.
Hi, fam.
Say hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Granddad.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Uncle Steven.
Hi, TV.
Can you tell me what's this?
Cooper.
Who's that?
Daddy.
And?
Mama.
And?
Baby.
And?
Elliot.
And who's this?
Nana.
And?
And Happy.
And?
And Silas.
Willow. Yeah!
Hello everyone, here we go again. Back working on the bus. It's a nicer weekend. It's still a little bit chilly, but definitely warmer than it was last weekend. We've got a ton of work to do today, or this weekend. We're hoping to finish the floor, get it all sanded, get it all painted, with all this Rust-Oleum stuff so that it doesn't rust again. We're hoping to get all the rivets out of the walls, on the roof, take all that off, get all that crappy insulation that's been in there for years. Yeah, doesn't sound like much, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So this is the floor right now. Wayne, our trusty handyman, gave it a go of brushing this part over here, so you can see the difference between the surface rust here and the sanded part here. It looks a ton better. I'm really happy with it. So I'm hoping to get the rest of it done all the way down here, and then tomorrow I'm gonna figure out how to get this heater out, take the chair out, take that last little bit of wood out, sand all this, and then once all the dust has settled and it's cleaned up a bit more, we're gonna paint it with Rust-Oleum. That's the plan. So let's get cracking. Wood in here when we took the rest of the wood out, we took the rubber out and all that. We left this piece of wood in there because we knew it would be a bit more tricky with the driver's seat, and there's a lot of pieces to it. We thought it was going to be like it's going to end. There was a metal strip right here across here which separated the rubber that kind of went across the whole bus and the rubber that went up behind the pedals for the driver. Unfortunately, it's all one big piece of wood, and it actually goes underneath this as well. I was hoping that there wouldn't be a bottom on this, but there is. So we've got two options with this, which is kind of difficult. One, the easy route, which I think we're gonna do, where we just cut the wood on the rubber along here, leave it, let it dry, and put new wood in all across here, underneath all this shit right here. The hard thing, the more difficult one, I shouldn't have said, we'll bleep that out, because that's small. The hard option is to try and take the plywood and the rubber from under here, but I think that's going to be too difficult. Because this heater works.
Is it going to cause any issues in the long run?
I mean, it could rot, there could be a little bit of rust under there, but the chances of rust being in the very far corner over there is very unlikely compared to here.
Yeah.
So, priority is getting this wood out, cutting it along here, taking all the rubber out along the edges here, and redoing that. For now, what I'm doing is I'm grinding some of the rust off the back of the bus, which if you want to come up.
That looks good.
It is surprisingly come off really well. There's a few spots where the rust is kind of, like you see here.
Yeah.
Where these holes where the rust's kind of gone through, and there's another one here and here. Which I don't think is that big of a deal. This metal's really, really sturdy, so we've got this stuff that is for patching holes in cars. We're going to put some of that on it and then let it dry, and then we're going to put some, we're going to obviously clean the whole rest of it up and then paint it all with Rust-Oleum
Yeah.
and call it there, I think. Right now I'm just getting some little screws sticking up out of the ground, so I'm just going around grinding them all off. But other than that, I think the bus is in way better condition than I anticipated.
That looks good.
Yeah, it really does look good. All them holes have to be filled. So we have to fill all them, clean it all out. And then once we've got all that done, which I'm hoping we can get done tonight, probably not, probably tomorrow. The next thing to do, which I'm probably gonna do when Wayne leaves, is start taking all these rivets out
Oh, tomorrow.
and start taking all the insulation and this metal out. Because we want to put new insulation. You can see the insulation here, it's absolutely, it's terrible. It's old, there's next to nothing in there, so we're gonna take it all out, put our own insulation in. But well, we're gonna take it all out for now.
Ding, 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 ding.
And then we're gonna decide whether we're raising the roof or not.
We're raising the roof.
You say you're raising the roof, but it's gonna be me that's raising the roof.
Team effort.
I guess it's a team effort.
I'm just waiting for Luke to be done with all this yucky like metal grinding stuff because I can't really get my hands into this part because I'm exclusively breastfeeding Juniper and I don't want to
Inhale a bunch of metal.
well, I don't want to be gross, have it all over my clothes and then have to go in every 2 hours to feed her, you know.
Well, that's the idea. Once it's painted, and there's a part of deconstruction before there's the rebuilding, right? So deconstructing all the seats out, getting the floor clean, taking all the insulation out, possibly a roof raise. But then once that's done,
definitely a roof raise.
Once that's done, it's all about reconstruction. It's all about rebuilding the thing.
And I'm like the interior designer in the house.
You are, yeah.
I'm really excited about that part.
One other thing that we had a struggle with is there was a heater in here to the back of the bus. It's actually out on the floor over there.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of a pickle because the antifreeze actually did go into the front. Like, it's not a separate entity. It's actually part of the whole system.
Right.
So what happened was we got told by a friend of Wayne's to close it off. There's 2 valves near the engine. I know you're pointing that.
No, you're in frame.
I'm
a professional videographer.
There's 2 valves in the front of the engine, but they were so bad that one of the valves actually just snapped. So that sucked. We drained it all, we cut it all, and then we thought, well, we'd like to keep, there's a heater here next to the driver, and there's a heater over here near that empty kombucha. We might as well keep them, so we've just looped the pipe down here.
Is that like rigged or is it in pretty good condition?
It's in pretty good condition, but we've done that for now until we fix this up, and then I'd like to loop it and kind of tuck it away in there so it's out of the way. But for now, it's fine. We can get the rest of this done without having to worry about that.
Do you want to tell them that there was a simple fix to it that you didn't know about?
Well, we thought there was a simple fix. There's a red lit lever right there.
Yeah.
But I think that just shuts off this particular heater.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it shuts off all of it. It might do. But I'm not worried. We figured it out. I just want to get this rubbish out, get all this rust off. We've got loads of different products to try and mitigate any potential rust. But to be fair, this is so heavy duty, this metal, that even if there's a few holes in it, I think it would be fine, you know? Yeah. But we're gonna get rid of all the holes. Still a lot of grinding to do. I want to go over some bits here.
All right, you're blabbing on a bit.
I'm blabbing on that. Yeah. So yeah. We're doing okay today. We're doing good. And the weather's nice.
What's it called again? Pro something.
It's Bondo. It's
Kind of like Bondo.
Yeah.
It's like Bondo, but extra Bondo.
yeah.
Extra Bondo, that's what it's called.
It's
Bondo XL. Oh, it stinks though.
wipe the coals down with that, and we spray it all with the.
Oh. And then. Yeah, Wait, I'm gonna come around front.
Chemicals.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but the spray's good.
So what
Fill
does
in-
that do?
Fill in a bunch of these holes with this stuff, and then spraying around the edge with this rubber stuff, which is just like caulking the edge, I guess. And then we'll paint it. What do you think, Steph?
Looks good.
Got a lot of work to do.
Going to see what the boys are up to. They've been working hard all day, and I've been watching the kiddos. Woo, stinky!
Yeah.
Ugh. What is that, paint thinner?
Yep.
Wayne, you trying to kill yourself?
What's that?
Put a mask on. You guys are gonna die.
I got one on. Good morning, everyone. On my way in this fresh morning to see whether the Rust-Oleum has dried. Wayne was telling me that when he checked it early this morning, it was still a little tacky, and it was really cold last night. So yeah, let's have a look. It looks good, but yeah, it's still a little tacky. I don't really want to work on the rest of this, sanding it and stuff, and getting that wood out until this is dried, really, because I don't want to get dust all over it. Not that it matters, we're not going to see it, but I just want to keep it as clean as possible, you know. But it looks good. I think we did a good job. The next step is to, when it does dry, sand this next part, take all the wood out from here and the rubber, sand it all, and paint it with some more Rust-Oleum. So that's the plan today. If it dries, I hope it does. It's supposed to get relatively warm today, so fingers crossed.
Look at Nana.
Now we clean the sink here. You have to clean sink. This has to push your button and clean sink. You use your whole hand. Too hard.
Wow, good
whole
job. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Can you clean this sink?
Alright guys, so we made some good progress yesterday. We painted this back part of the bus. I knew we left the front part, but the back part we wanted to get squared away first, so that is done. It looks great. It's finally dried. It's late in the day here on Sunday, but it's finally dried. I was worried that it was going to be tacky all weekend and we were going to basically waste a weekend of no work, but it did dry eventually. And Wayne, my helper, has unfortunately left for a family event, which is fair enough. It's Easter Sunday. I stayed behind and decided to take all the wood up here, which was really difficult. I had to cut around all this, take the wood up, take all the bolts out, angle grind it all out, and it was pretty difficult, but I managed to do it. A lot of rust, not that much not as much as what there was on this side. We managed to salvage this and make it look great just by grinding it off. So I have faith. The worst part's probably here where people will step in. If I can grind that off just like I've done with the rest of it, I'm happy. Paint over it, get rid of all that rust, put that Rust-Oleum on it, and it'll look fantastic. There was a heater here, big plastic box that came out here, covering all this stuff here. This is part of it right here. Big plastic box that covered that, and then a separate big plastic box that covered this heater. Oh, it wasn't a heater, it was just a fan that blew heat out of this hole here. I chopped it all up, got rid of it, because I actually want to put my own nice wooden box underneath there and fit something myself in there, a bit custom, just to make it look a bit nicer, because this plastic trimming looks garbage. We actually want to cut some of this up and refit our own, because it just looks a mess and it's a lot of wasted space. A lot of this is just hollow. And the same down here, it was just a small fan, very similar to this fan right here. There was a small fan in there, and the rest of it was just a plastic hollow box. So I chopped it all up, took the fan, unplugged it, and then when I get the floor down, when I've painted, grounded, and got the floor down, I'm gonna make a nice little wooden box to cover all that up and put that fan back inside, because yeah, the plastic was crappy. But yeah, it looks good. There was a lot of crap underneath the pedals that looked like it had been there for a decade. Lots of like school pencils and stuff like that. But yeah, looks like we're doing well so far. If we can get this painted by the end of the weekend, which would be a surprise, then we are ahead of track. But I think we might have to wait for the paint, just because grinding it, it's a little bit damp still, especially in places like this. I don't want to grind it while it's damp. I'd rather let it dry out, grind it, and then paint it. So yeah, a lot of work to be done, but I'm really enjoying it. And it's, if you're thinking of converting a bus, guys, it's really, really difficult, but I am really enjoying it. I really am. It's some of the hardest work I've done in a long time, but it's really fun. So yeah.
Come on, United.
Come on, United. Buddy.
We're gonna go play some footy outside because the sun's out. We are home. We're not where the bus is. So we're gonna enjoy the weather. And eat some chocolate.
It's
Trash truck?
no,
Dump truck?
dump truck.
Yeah. You can have your chocolate after you kick the ball in. Ready? You gotta kick the ball in first. Go on. You can do it. Kick it. Oh, kick it in the net. Ready? Hold on. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Right there. Oh, yeah! Chocolate! Whoa, whoa, whoa! You okay?
Chocolate.
Okay.
Chocolate.
Chocolate, chocolate. Have a seat.
Chocolate.
Mama do.
Chocolate. Budwood.
That's a net. Not a spider web. Kind of looks like a spider web.
Oh, that.
Here,
Chocolate.
mum tap. Is it so yummy?
Mama.
Hmm?
Butterweb.
Mmm.
A butterweb, Mama. A butterweb.
Do you like our school bus? Yes.
I see suspects almost to smoke. Huh?
Smoke comes out of the exhaust pipe.
Oh, that's
What color is the school bus?
yellow.
Mmm. And what do the wheels do?
Fun.
And? Round and round?
Run along.
The wheels on the bus go?
Boop.
That's the horn, silly. You're so silly.